Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hellcase Cup. My name is ZEDKO. I'm going to be joined by Hawker throughout this one, and we've reached the conclusion of series number 1. We're on map number 3 now. This is exactly where things will end here with Sinners taking on SKADE. Take a look at the matchup early on. I was taking a look at the odds and some of the maps, and I was definitely predicting a 3-mapper series, but not in this sort of way. You know, we see the first map go in favor of Sinners very one-sidedly, the map pick of SKADE. Then we had a map 2, and SKADE show up and dominate Sinners on their map pick. So, yeah, this is kind of hard to call.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy one here on Overpass, especially because just in general, Sinners haven't played too many games recently on HLTV. It's hard to know exactly where they stand, but right now they look pretty good on that first map. Competing against SKADE, I think, is already a good sign for them, for this group. If they can even just make it competitive here against SKADE, that can be something they can work from. They can come back into this group maybe from a lower bracket if they do end up losing. But they'll be focused on the win right now because it's right there for them. Heading into the last map of this series, it is going to be Sinners starting on the CT side. CaNNiE picking up a CZ. ZEDKO goes for a defuse kit, while SKADE have gone with the full-on Glock train with Kevlar.
Yeah, we'll see if this works for them. I mean, a standard B-rush can certainly pay off here with the armor. They can just run on in and take the straight-up in-fight straight away. They're going to go straight through water and up through the short position. These Glocks are going to charge down the defense. It's going to be ZEDKO holding on well for the first. His teammate gets dispatched off almost immediately. Another flank coming in for the CT side. Is going to deliver a deadly blow to the back of head of rafftu, and the kills continue to rain on in for NEOFRAG. That's a double for him, and now it's all on SPELLAN. This Glock rushed into the B-bomb site. Not really paying off, and CaNNiE will shut him down on the CZ. So the pistol pickup is there for the Sinners.
Good hold from Sinners, ready for the quick aggression. Sometimes it can be difficult to deal with those rushes. Like you were saying, you've got to land some fast shots, otherwise you're just going to get overrun. But Sinners make sure they can lock it down. And so far in this game, Dinko, I think it's been fair to say these second rounds have often been very scrappy. We've seen a bunch of pistol round wins. Again, though, SKADE have a very, very minimal investment into this one. So hopefully Sinners will be okay this time around.
Well, the spray of the MP5, it is a cruel mistress at times, and so is the CZ, as it takes a long time to come out, but CaNNiE still in a position where he's able to clean up. 3 kills picked up for him, 2-0 here for the Sinners. That's a nice little clean 2 rounds picked up now. So SKADE, we move into their first real round. Gonna have the AKs in play. Utility is certainly going to be lacking, but it's a good enough buy, especially going up against a bit of a bonus here. You know, you've got a lot of SMG still in play for the Sinners.
Yeah, you'd expect SKADE to be able to make the most of their superior firepower, flex the advantage they have at long-range fights against these SMGs, especially on Overpass. There's a bunch of long-range fights you can take early, or at least long-range angles that you can clear that Sinners are unlikely to be playing. Aggressive smoke, and Sinners have taken full B-side control here. This is a really nice start to the round for them. This demands respect from SKADE. They've got to come back and at least look at this position. They've got to realize they've lost B control, so they're looking to see if they can maybe regain that later in the round. But right now, Sinners have already kind of thrown a spanner into the works early, which is exactly what you want to do on this sort of round where you only have the SMGs.
Rainwaker walking forward, a Molotov burns down in towards the monster tunnel. 55 seconds left in play as well, just under a minute, and now SKADE starting to walk forward. Flash is going to go through from ZEDKO. The chop comes through. It's going to be 1 kill from Rainwaker, shutting down ZEDKO. A follow-up kill as well from Rainwaker, looking to start off the gun round as well for the SKADE roster. And so far, so good for Rainwaker. Shock tries to get involved. He'll do some damage, but it's actually NEOFRAG. He comes in with a double kill, and now Shock moving forward. The damage through the wood, the kill picked up, and rocking. He will find 1 on towards NEOFRAG. CaNNiE coming back in as well, and it's all on rafftu. A 1 versus 2 from the try and make this happen, and 19 seconds to recover the bomb. The initial round looks so good here for SKADE, with Rainwaker cracking open the B-bomb site, but now rafftu caught in the open, going for the plant, and it's the MP9 that takes him down from Shock. 3-0, Sinners into the lead by 3, and that was definitely looking like a round that SKADE would have been winning, but I don't know how it just flips on its head so quickly.
That's going to be a tough pill to swallow for SKADE, and for Rainwaker in particular, because like you said, he got those 2 entry kills. And sure, NEOFRAG gets some kills back from Heaven on some low health players, but then the SMGs are also allowed to come in and do even more damage. And unfortunately for SKADE, that means it's back to the drawing board, back down to pistols. They're still searching for their first round win. They have invested quite heavily into this round on the SKADE side, though. Lots of nades bought, lots of pistols bought into this one. And CaNNiE might be able to peer over the top of this smoke. He's certainly aware that there were players pushing through connector and all these nades being lined up for the B play, but B-Stick is the man on the B site that they need to deal with. He's already got 3 kills. Finally, dennyslaw gets something going for SKADE, but it's way too late. All this investment from SKADE looks like it's not going to lead to a whole deal, unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't really result in much at all, and well, Sinners 4-0 up now. This is where they can definitely get that momentum going.
Ooh,
and that is just, that was nice from B-Stick. Really, he's kind of under a little bit of pressure there. There's so many players to try and find without getting spotted and immediately shot down. So, had to be clean and quick, and he certainly was. 4-0 up. Take a look at what SKADE have got in this round. It's certainly going to be the AKs, but they're going to be lacking a little bit of utility on rafftu and SPELLAN. For the most part, they're not be complaining too much. Off the push up in towards middle. Rocky not wasting any time. He's going to keep walking forward. Slowed a little bit by the HE grenade, but continues to run on in. And now they're close to the toilets already. Ooh. I'm liking this aggression from both sides. Just sort of charging against each other. And well, it's going to be dennyslaw that draws first blood. NEOFRAG getting shut down early on. And the follow-up kill from Rocky. This is looking good for SKADE. I said that at the start of their first gun round, so still open for contention. It's going to be Shock with the kill through the wall on towards rafftu. And now he stands in behind Optimus, his teammate up here to help him out as well. CaNNiE looking for the shot, but he's going to miss it, and that might just cost him the round here. Going to be under so much pressure. What? What is that from CaNNiE? That was such a quick shot on the flick. Eventually he will fall. And now it's ZEDKO, a 1v3 in total, but he is overrun. And that is going to be SKADE with their first on the board. Feels like it was coming for a long time now, but finally they get it over the line.
I don't think I could even see that player that CaNNiE shot at. That was an incredible shot.
He couldn't either. What?
Wow.
Alright.
It's a shame that you pull out such a nice shot and it doesn't really lead to anything in terms of the round win, though. He only gets the 1 kill from the site, then he gets traded. And now CaNNiE has to go for an M4 into this round. Boost in connector. Could have worked. Rainwaker was thinking about going for this B short aggression. I feel like that boost is used fairly often, but it rarely seems to get the chance to get the opening kill, sadly. And that is the case for Sinners this time round. So they'll have to back off from connector, but ZEDKO's taken that opportunity to push short. That's the upside of that boost. You know that B short's clear. You can go for the aggression, and you can get the opening kill. In this case, with ZEDKO just taking the fight.
Well, B-Stick walking in through long. Around the corner, a couple of players remain as B-Stick rounds it. It's going to be SPELLAN with 1 kill. The M4 able to find dennyslaw. And now it's a 4v3. A man advantage in play for the CT side. rafftu blinded. Still takes down NEOFRAG. Now 3v3. 55 seconds left in play as the T side look to try and finish on this A-bomb site. Bomb on the back of Rocking. CaNNiE coming around the side. Could certainly chip away at them, but he's not going to go through the toilets, knowing that's probably a death sentence. Go on a bit of a longer push through A long. Though this may take a decent amount of time, certainly is the safer option. And he gets himself into a position where he can potentially pull off a bit of a flank. Now his teammate in towards short becomes a big pillar of this support. You know, ZEDKO needs to do some damage, but there's the flank on time. CaNNiE's not wasting any more time, goes forward. Unfortunately, only manages to pick up 1. rafftu shuts him down with ZEDKO. Oh, he's so impactful. There it is. 2 kills. Make it 3 in the round for him overall. That's a 5th round now for Sinners. That's just a great recovery after their initial loss there in the previous.
Yeah, strong work from ZEDKO, especially like you were saying. He had to be an important aspect of that hold, and he certainly stepped up to the plate. 3 kills for him. CaNNiE's flank maybe could have got more, but just the one kill was okay. It still caused some chaos, still caused some issues for SKADE. And make sure to check out Hellcase. The code SLTV15 for a 15% refill bonus. And there is a case on there which can help this dynamic prize pool keep on rising up to $24,300 right now. And it's only going to go up as the weeks progress. Right now, though, SKADE will be hoping they could have had some of that money from the prize pool in this round, because their buy is not looking the best. SPELLAN's got an AK at the very least, but the rest of the players are not going to be as lucky.
Well, the push coming forward is going to be Shock taking down dennyslaw. He's out of there. Advantage picked up now for the CT side, followed up by Shock as SPELLAN will hit the deck. That's going to be a 2-man advantage in play for the Sinners side. And, you know, the round's virtually just begun as well here, Alex. So this is definitely a scary scenario to be in if you're SKADE. They can continue to walk forward. Beatstick looking for the lineup. That's one. As Shock gets a second. And this is just a brilliant hold. Nothing being done for the pistols here for SKADE. It's going to be 6-1. Sinners ESPORTS looking solid. And it's a complete flip reverse. I feel like they got off to such a poor start after losing. They won the pistol on Mirage, but you know, after they lost that second round force buy, they kind of got off to a really rough start. And I feel like kind of a momentum-based team, as the cliche would go, but they really do seem to be solid when things are going well for them. We've even seen them build a little bit of momentum towards the end of the first half of Mirage, and then they just cleaned up. So it's a little bit strange, but they're looking much better here on Overpass.
Yeah, and based on what we saw over on Inferno, you would think that Overpass would be a map that would suit the Sinners guys. If you want to play with rotations across the map, Overpass is a good map to do that. You can definitely do that when you switch over to your T side. But so far, it's the CT side that's been looking good for Sinners. I think in general as well, it's a map where team play is pretty important on Overpass, and that was Sinners' strength over on Inferno. So as long as they've got some good practice, some good time on this map as a team, I think it'll be a map that suits them, and that's coming through right now. A 6-1 lead for Sinners. It's still early in this one. SKADE can certainly start to mount a comeback. They've got the guns out in this round. And SKADE will slowly start moving into short. Most of the team all in this position right now, making sure they're going to have the chance for the trade. And CaNNiE's playing committed in connector. With the MP9 here, he's not going to have an easy time in some of these fights, but NEOFRAG going for the battles. CaNNiE unable to get a kill, and NEOFRAG now has to fall back.
.43 seconds, 40 now. At this point, it's going to be Shock shutting down SPELLAN. Spat through the wall. An advantage drawn into control here for the CT side. Every player on this T side has taken significant damage on board as well. And with 25 seconds left, be a bit of an issue with the control that Shock has. And what? Oh no, he moves out of position at the wrong time, and dennyslaw is going to catch him. That opens things up again on this B bomb site, but ZEDKO hiding on the pillar. He has to play this one well, and he does, but somehow loses the infight against Rainwaker as he reacts fast enough to get the headshot. And now it's on NEOFRAG. A 1 versus 3 retake of the B bomb site. Suddenly SKADE have flipped this back in. I don't know how they've done it, but it's just some incredible headshots, and there we go. A round that desperately looked like it was going in favor of Sinners suddenly shows up for SKADE.
Yeah, and that could be one of the differences between these teams. I think SKADE across the board have more players capable of doing things like that, of just landing some really nice headshots and getting themselves back into a round. Even if they don't necessarily have the advantage in the round, they can still come back into it with those individuals. And that is what comes through for SKADE. They get their second round on the board. But more work to be done for them. Sinners continue to have a buy into this next round. And this time round, CaNNiE's got an AWP, so he's gone for an early mid-peek. He hasn't hung around in that position, though. If he stuck around to peek into mid there, he would have seen that SKADE had completely abandoned that position. But he doesn't spot that information. even still, SKADE look pretty set on this B site right now. They've not got any map control, any information over at A. They're lining up a fast B here.
Well, it's going to be Rocky with one shot gone. ZEDKO, well, he'll be holding on as Rocking will fall. dennyslaw able to get one back in on the AK. One kill for B-Stick as the bomb is planted. A 3 versus 3 ensues. CaNNiE coming back in from heaven, but he's smoked off. His information flow is severed by the smoke. Way back into this is not going to be easy, so potentially the save call coming in for the CT side. Just set up for a couple of exits at this point. Have to have found a kill by this point if they wanted to go for this, especially with the lack of kit. They just cannot win this round, and they're looking to do as much damage as possible to the T-side economy, but the issue is, look how much they've got. NEOFRAG literally has $0 left in the bank, so this is not looking good whatsoever, but they're going to line them up. One kill for him. Trying to keep them on the bomb at least, but you know, both going to take a lot of damage. Only one dies. rafftu somehow stays alive on 15 HP, so he gets away. Good enough damage done there. Keeps the economy modest on the T side, but still, it's not like Sinners are able to purchase into this one.
No, not going to be a full buy, or at least not going to be full guns, that's for sure. 2 saved weapons is the main thing that Sinners have to work with in this one. So SKADE are slowly starting to mount that comeback that we were talking about earlier. The pieces are coming into place for them to get some rounds on the board here on this T side. Sinners going for this boost up over the top. Oh, ZEDKO might have had a chance for a kill there if he stuck on that spot a little bit longer, but no way of knowing that as he goes off the angle. And CaNNiE takes a big risk peeking connector with the AWP. Tries to take a closer range fight, loses the sniper at the start of the round, and that's a big piece of Sinners' chance to win this round gone right from the get-go.
Well, they're going to be charging their way in towards this B bomb site. All 5 players on the T side looking to finish over towards the lower side of the map. And rafftu's going to find a headshot, weakening the defense further. ZEDKO, well, he'll manage one, but he's overrun from the other side. It's Rainwaker. Take him down. So, NEOFRAG and B-Stick. 2 versus 4. Rocking at the bottom of the connector manages to shut down NEOFRAG. A relatively easy kill picked up for him. B-Stick saving the M4 into the next round is the only real call for him. And SKADE, you know, it comes down to the point where that round 4v3, all of them are incredibly low. They suddenly pop off in the B bomb site and they're right back into things.
Yeah, just off the back of that earlier round where they landed some really nice headshots. Now they're starting to get rolling. Now they're starting to take more comfortable round wins, it feels. Obviously against some low buys, which helps. But they've done the important thing of slowing down Sinners' momentum. And it's not like they've let it get out of control this time. They've only let Sinners get 6 rounds on the board before they start coming back into it. Here's the replay of some of those kills. Nice shots from Rocking. But here comes the buy from Sinners. At least I assume we're going to see a buy. Their money isn't perfect, but I think they've really got to go for it after saving in the previous round. And they should be getting a reasonable buy across the board at the very least.
Buy is good on both teams. More so on the T side, the utility is certainly the factor that puts them just slightly above the CT side now, as alongside the AWP.
Why has CaNNiE not bought a kit? I'm mad. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, now they don't have a single kit. That is low, unfortunately. He's trying to keep as much money for the AWP, obviously, but oh, we would like to see a kit. Well, SPELLAN is going to pull himself back to go in for that initial attempt on the opening kill, but it's not going to go as white. And while Sinners, Alex, that they win just by eliminating everybody, well, maybe that can pay off. Maybe they don't need a kit. Maybe they're confident enough. Well, CaNNiE is going to fall. NEOFRAG is going to shut down rafftu in reply. Oh, we need to be careful. There's a player waiting around the corner. That was dennyslaw, but he's got out of dodge now. And now the push comes through in towards Law against Beastic. He can hold on. There's the first kill. It's Rocky hitting the deck. The second as well could potentially be there, but it's Rainwaker who survives on 2 HP. Bogdan's theorem in full effect as well.
Yeah. That second fight was definitely a bit close for comfort there for Rainwaker, but he survives, and oh, there it is! It pays off for them. Rainwaker, having given the AWP, or having got the AWP given to him, gets a nice shot onto the jumping player, and now SKADE can start to move on up to this A bomb site. Right now, dennyslaw's the only man in a position to really go for this hit. He might need some support here. He might need another player to push alongside him, but dennyslaw is about to go on in, and NEOFRAG, oh no, he doesn't get the kill. I thought he should have had that first man dead to rights, but he whiffs the spray down, and Shocker's got 3 players to deal with on this retake. Not going to be easy.
Not going to be possible, because he's going to give it up. And reads the sign, realizes he's got to go back here and towards this lower bomb site. And save over the M for A1S into the next round. So, it's going to be 6-5. SKADE have suddenly turned up, and they're here to play on Overpass. And we've got ourselves a game in our hands, Alex. Finally, we had a very one-sided first map, a very one-sided second. We could finally get ourselves a battle here on the third.
You could say these recent round losses for Sinners have been a shock to their system, Dinko. Get it? Because they got a player called Shock. It's really funny.
You could say that.
It's hilarious.
But then
why are you not laughing, Dinko? It's funny.
You would be a very unfunny human being if you were to say that. So, there we go.
You know what's not funny, Dinko?
What's not funny?
This win streak that SKADE are on right now. It's serious business. They've won 4 in a row. They're not messing about. They want to keep it going here. And they should be able to. Then again, we've seen a bunch of pistol round wins in these previous maps, and we haven't seen any of them yet on Mirage, or on Overpass, sorry. So maybe it's time for a pistol round win.
We did see a lot, didn't we? Well, we'll see if everything aligns. I mean, we've already had one proven scientific theory come into play, obviously Bogdan's law from the last round, so in this one, it's going to be whether or not the pistols can prevail. Remember that tournament we did a long time ago, where it was online, and I decided that any team that would hit 15, they basically wouldn't win the next round, and it happened like every time.
It's not very nice of you. Why did you make that happen to them, Dinko?
I don't know, just a little pattern that I seen forming. So, I talked about it, and then it happened every single time. So,
wow. No. So basically, just don't hit 15 rounds is what you're advising these teams.
Well, obviously you have to hit it, but they can't win the next round after that.
Okay. Yeah, but then therefore you would say. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's only like when they go instead of winning like 14-2, right? They win the next round, they go 15, 16-3, and then win 16-3.
Okay, right. I see what you mean. So as soon as you get up to match point, you don't win instantly.
Yeah. And it's weird how often. Well, SPELLAN, he is going to fall. Shock able to find him, and he takes him down. Another push coming up in towards the A bomb site. NEOFRAG is going to be under pressure. He has got the deagle, so maybe he can alleviate some of that pressure. Popping some heads. There's one. Then he gets a second. He runs forward. He's blind, and that does cause a couple of problems every now and then. It's only Shock. The M4A1S. He will look to try and rattle the shots through a couple of players, but at the moment he's held back by the utility, so he's going to try and relocate and get himself into a better position.
CaNNiE's already given up on him here. CaNNiE has no faith in Shock's ability, but Shock certainly has. He's got a kill onto the bomb site. No kit means I don't think he's winning this round, but he's just looking for damage at the end here, which might be possible. He's dropping the smoke onto the bomb. That could cause some chaos, cause some issues for SKADE. They might start to get a little bit panicked. Shock taps that bomb, but in comes the spam from behind, and CaNNiE has found an AK, so he will be able to try and save that over, maybe even try and do some damage at the end here. He's hanging around, seeing if there's a way for him to land these shots, land these frags, and oh no, that's not what he wanted. Doesn't get a kill, loses the AK. Pretty much the worst outcome, but at least Sinners can still buy. It's not a massive problem.
Not a massive problem at all, right? They'll get that money in. The bigger problem is they haven't won any rounds in these last couple, so SKADE have just been destroying them in recent rounds. It may be even, but the momentum certainly on the T side. We'll see if they can turn this into a win. As they charge forward, they're going to be running down in towards this B-bomb site. Utility is in their back pocket, ready to be tossed on in towards this B-bomb site itself. ZEDKO in the water. And 4A4 in hand. It's a slow one once SKADE have actually put their attentions over here. They're going to be playing contact through Monster. No one's seen them yet, and that's going to allow them to just run on in. But Shock eventually will see them and shut them down. 2 kills coming through. CaNNiE there as well. AWP delivering on towards Rainwaker. And while that's a perfect round coming in from the Sinners, they don't lose a single player. And that's a good way to turn things around.
Damn. That was quick. And yeah, that's one way of finally breaking the win streak that your opponents had. After not winning a round in a while, you just decide, you know what, it's about time we get a round win. Just get all the kills between them. Very, very well played. CaNNiE landing some nice ult shots in particular. And so Sinners get themselves back into the lead for the time being. CaNNiE going for this mid peak. He's not been able to find too much success when peeking mid. He's not been able to find too many fights. SKADE have generally been avoiding him there. And I think the same is the case in this round. There's a player pushed up on A long, though, as well. So Sinners are really going to fight aggressively on this A side of the map.
More rocking. Does find B-stick. B-stick or beast? Is he a stick of bees or is he a beast? Well, that is a question.
There's no way he's a stick of bees.
Well, maybe he's a stick that beats bees. Or like a stick covered in honey that attracts bees. That's probably a nicer way of putting it.
Maybe his name is a typo and he meant to be Beans Stick.
Well, that's just completely implausible, Alex.
Oh, you never know.
I do know. And CaNNiE. Well, can he show up? That is the question. Well, he will find one. Rocking gone. Now Rainwaker waking up the rain, taking down the defense. And now it's going to be a man advantage in play for the T side. SPELLAN. He's going to be looking to the left side. It's going to be NEOFRAG able to shut him down. 19 seconds left. The players on the T side realize the B-bomb side is probably pretty weak right now, so they're going to run on through. Coming back through short, there's not much time to waste. There's no margin for error. And well, so far, so good. On the hold for NEOFRAG. All 3 kills line up for him. And it thrown picked up for the Sinners. They'll walk away with a half advantage. But will they get 9 or will it be the 8 rounds they've already posted?
And NEOFRAG looking like he was in the Matrix there. Lines up those shots. Slow motion spray almost gets all those kills. Really nice spray down here on all these players. It's not easy to get this double spray here at the end, but he transfers it nicely while just sliding to the left side as well. And Sinners looking for a 9th round at the end of the half here. SKADE haven't got full primary weapons out. They've only been able to pick up the 3 AKs ahead of the last round of the half. Ooh, run boost for CaNNiE. Goes across to this side of Monster. He's hoping that SKADE haven't spotted him here. He's hoping that he can catch a man off guard, but SKADE are not going to be pushing his position just yet. They are waiting outside of B, though. There's only one player focused on Monster, however, so CaNNiE might not be the main man on the hold. It's the push through short that they need to watch out for.
Oh, Shock is going to be sitting back, just trying to run in towards a B-stick, able to find one. ZEDKO finding another. Shock will assist him, and the defense will hold on. It's going to be 9-6 at the half. Sinners do recover. SKADE fought back. You know, it could have been a very one-sided half coming in, but the Sinners, they will prevail in the last couple, and now they're going to be sitting on 9 rounds. If they win this pistol, they're going to be in a real solid position to potentially take this series and upset the SKADE roster as they coming into this as the underdog. We'll see if SKADE can get off to a good start in this T side.
Definitely what they'll be wanting. If you have just joined us, this is the 3rd and final map of this series. SKADE coming back into this series after losing the first map. But they need to come back into this one as well because they're behind right now. And heading into their CT side, starting with a bit of a B stack and a bit of aggression in Monster, looking for these early fights, but it's Sinners who have got the best of them early. Crossfire being lined up, but NEOFRAG's got another kill, and oh, Rocking has so many players to aim at. If he had a rifle, that would have been all the kills, but with the USP, he can't land a single headshot, and this has gone horribly wrong. Oh, SPELLAN finally gets one kill.
Oh, okay.
The second shot lands. Nicely done by SPELLAN, but I doubt he's going to be winning this one. There are still 3 players to deal with.
So many players to find for SPELLAN as he hides back in short. Angle held on the left side of the pillar as he now drops back with water. And yeah, they're just not giving him anything at the moment. They're not giving him a slight opportunity to get back into this. That spot a player still inside of the site. Now walks forward, trying to get involved, but it's NEOFRAG finally revealing his position and taking a headshot. So 10-6, we move into the second half with Sinners taking the first round. So that's both pistols won now on Overpass, and they're looking pretty primed to potentially take this series win. They've got SKADE now having to go for an eco. They could invest or go for the force, but it would be a pretty risky decision, so they're just going to go and keep as much money as they possibly can. And so this should be a very easy round for the Sinners. I've only got the one SMG in play as well here.
Yeah, only the single MAC-10 to try and farm up some money. It always sucks when you have to go for a full USP save, but I think this is the decision that SKADE have to make here. If they want to buy into the next round, it has to be a full save. At least they're trying to do something with the pistols. They're stacking A long, hoping that they can maybe get a kill or two, but as they stray into the open, ZEDKO whiffs all those shots. CaNNiE could be in trouble now. Spray on the Galil, only good for 2. So SKADE at least making something happen in this round, getting some kills on the board. But in comes the MAC-10 of B-Stick, in come the rest of the players. And I don't think SKADE are going to get anything else here. dennyslaw, the last man left, is about to round the corner. And NEOFRAG's not looking this way, but oh, he is now. 1 shot, 1 kill, right between the eyes.
Right between the eyes indeed, and our unicorn. 1.61 for SKADE. Still favourites coming into this. 2.2 of that is Sinners, but certainly looking like the other way around at the moment. Well, it comes down to this gun round. We'll see if SKADE can pull it off. The AWP in the hands of SPELLAN. M4s for the rest, and we'll see if they can withstand the rifles over here on the Sinners side. It's going to be the 2 Galils in play for CaNNiE and ZEDKO. The AK is purchased as well. And the SPELLAN looking for that early mid peak, but that flash buying is brilliant. And no one is actually going to go mid. So that flash actually prevents the info from being given on over the CT sides. They don't know that no one is towards middle. And that's the perfect way to deal with that if you're going to go straight in towards a straight up B execute. You want to try and keep as much map control as long as possible and prevent the CTs from having all the info and being able to prepare for the push coming through. It's going to be B-Stick with 1, a second picked up, but it's rafftu and Rocking finally answering back, but the Sinners continue to walk in with 3 players.
Rocking unable to land any of those shots there. CaNNiE gets the kill he was looking for, but it's a 2v2 with the bomb yet to be planted on this B site. That smoke's giving them cover for the time being. Shock's going to get that bomb plant going. Safely. dennyslaw finds the frag he was looking for, though. NEOFRAG needs this trade, eventually finds it, but he's low on health. He's up against the AWP of SPELLAN, though. The wide swing works out for him. NEOFRAG just takes the fight, looking confident in doing so, and NEOFRAG has really turned it up in some of these recent rounds. 18 kills for him now, leading the charge for Sinners as they take their 12th round. And that could be a really, really big round in this game. A 12-6 lead, and SKADE having to go down to pistols. Big clutch there from NEOFRAG.
Well, 12-6, 4 rounds away from victory now. This, like you said, just the pistols for SKADE, so possibly 3 rounds away from victory if Sinners pick this one up, and they should be doing that. They could be taking their time, trying to filter out and not make any errors or lose out to a couple of these pistols stacked in a strange position.
Nice and quiet this round. Nice and peaceful. Maybe we can have an ASMR round, Dinko. I don't think my voice is the best for it, though.
My nose is blocked, so probably not me either right now. I've got a, you know, like good old hay fever.
I'm very glad that I do not get that.
It's awful.
Is hay fever a saying that everyone will understand? Is that, it's not just an English thing, is it?
No, it's not an English thing. It's a literal illness. Like it's, I don't know if it's an illness.
That's the name of it.
But yeah, that's just allergies.
Yeah,
I think Americans call them allergies, perhaps, but I think a lot of people understand hay fever.
Wow, Overpass is a map with a lot of greenery. This has been a really slow round, but with 20 seconds, ZEDKO's finally got the entry onto A, and SKADE haven't been able to rotate in time. So even though the clock runs low, Sinners have made the right move. They found the weakness, they found the gap in the defense. And SKADE at this point are really just looking for kills at the end here, which are not too likely to be coming their way. Sinners are about to get up to a 13-6 lead, and wow, this Sinners team have really surprised us, I think, with the way they've been playing. Just super solid across the board, especially the fact that everyone's fragging here on Overpass. Everyone's playing at a pretty good level for this Sinners squad. That's a really promising sign for this team going forwards.
Yeah, it's really nice to see, actually, you know, having another team that can potentially compete. I think looking at this group, they certainly, if they take down SKADE, they can beat anybody in this group. So yeah, I'm excited. Well, oh, rafftu, that's unfortunate. That's tilting. But nonetheless, he will move into the next round alive. So double up setup coming in for dennyslaw and SPELLAN. Now the interesting part is here, SPELLAN has been pretty damn quiet, but every time there's an opportunity, I've seen the open SPELLAN's hands in this series more than I think I've seen it in dennyslaw's. I don't know if that's going to be statistically accurate, but I just recall seeing SPELLAN with the op far more than I have with dennyslaw.
Yeah, they've been rocking these double up setups a fair bit as well. dennyslaw not landing the shot at mid though to start things off. SKADE go back to a more passive hold across the map after looking for that early pick. Sinners sticking together as they take connector control, making sure that they can trade out any players that may be playing those annoying close angles in connector. But they are safe for the time being. And SKADE have rotated a fourth man down to B right now. That might need to change soon because Sinners are starting to take Bathroom's control, and you can see on the minimap they're rotating back around. But SPELLAN's the man who's been tasked with solo holding this A bomb site for the time being, and he misses that first shot. That could be problematic. Smoke goes down. SPELLAN's trying to reposition, and the rotate is coming in, but B-Stick's on the bomb site. Great transfer from B-Stick. Both kills in quick succession, and that's round over. That's just a flurry of frags for Sinners.
Well, that is just so unfortunate again. SKADE just, they cannot get involved in these last few rounds. It's just been Sinners absolutely rolling over the top of them. And, well, they're certainly falling apart. 14-6 now on the board. And well, rafftu is going to be up in the corner just hiding around as B-Stick runs past him at least. But this is definitely looking like the Sinners will be taking this series now. It's going to be very difficult to find a way back into this for SKADE. You know, even if they go on a huge tear, eventually I'm going to be confident in the Sinners rolling into 2 rounds, Alex. It's just the way that they've been playing. It's how close and back and forth a lot of these rounds have been. I'd see it happening. I think Sinners are probably just going to take this over the line. Maybe not right now, but we'll see if SKADE can bounce back, show us a little bit of something. But right now it's looking really solid for Sinners.
Still slightly in awe of that spray transfer from B-Stick. That was beautifully done on both those kills. You'd have thought he'd have been traded out there, but he just swings it round onto the second man. And Sinners are looking like a real contender in this group. Like you were saying, this series is almost certainly going to be going their way at this point. 14-6 in their favor. SKADE going for what could be a last standby for them. A mishmash of weapons, including a couple of M4s, a couple of FAMASs in there. I still say FAMASs, Dinko. Some people say FAMI. Some people just say FAMAS. Still don't know what the plural of FAMAS is.
Some say fat ass.
Never will know.
You know, each to their own, all that.
Damn.
I mean, it is a French gun, right? So,
yeah.
Maybe someone French will know about it.
If only we had a Frenchman. I was going to do a really bad French accent, but I figured that I'd save the stream from that embarrassment. Or I'd save myself from the embarrassment.
Go for it.
Nah, I'm alright.
The best one is when Mitch does an impression of Maniac. That is the best.
Oh god. Maniac technically not French though.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, we can't use him as our model. Well, 38 seconds left, and SKADE have only got 2 players on this B-bomb site right now. rafftu playing close, but the rotation is coming through. SKADE have figured this out. They're going to rotate down, but the question is, will they get here in time? Rainwaker in from above, only good for 1 kill. Oh, again, Sinners are so quick with these kills, so quick with these headshots. SKADE aren't even getting chances in some of these fights, and there we go, another headshot lands. Sinners looking so good individually across the board. There were basically no chances for SKADE in that round. Sinners just got the instant headshots, and that pretty much sums up this map. It's been an absolute lockout here in the second half.
Yeah, well, we'll see if SKADE can suddenly turn the ship around and get right back into things. I'm not really thinking that's going to be too possible right now, but we'll see. SKADE, they have got a buy of sorts, and it's going to be 2 UMPs, oh, 1 at UMP and 1 MP9, so that's going to be SMGs in play just to sort of get the extra utility in. And why not attempt something? And it completely fails, but, you know, they attempted it, and they're going to go back again. CaNNiE's going to go up onto the boost, and the train is across, and they get a small opportunity. But it's not really working for them now, so they're going to come off of it. Now, that boost, you know, if you feel it, you do lose a lot of map control, and SPELLAN has walked all the way up into towards top middle. So, this is a little bit of a scary start now for the T side. They have lost quite a lot of map control. dennyslaw is already far up in towards deep connector. And they're going to have to fight back here, Sinners. They're going to have to try and work their way into this.
These steps may be heard by dennyslaw, who's pushed in connector. I wonder if he's going to pull the trigger on a flank at any point. Oh, wow, wow. Molotov is basically saying to him, don't come this way, mate. We are ready for you. We know where you are. And I think dennyslaw will happily just sit in connector now. Oh, hello. SPELLAN trying to make a play. At this point, I think you can see that SKADE are really just looking to make something happen, but it's not going well for them. 2 kills go against them early. B-Stick ready for the flank. That's that dennyslaw flank I was talking about, and Sinners are just picking SKADE apart here.
Yeah. Rocky, the last man alive, and well, he's in his rocking chair now. And he's dead. And that's going to be the round. So, picking up the win, 2-1. Pretty impressive performance, I have to say, coming in from the boys over on Sinners. I definitely wasn't expecting that kind of performance coming into today. They started map 1 off well. I think they just kind of had a bad game on Mirage. I think they certainly could have put a better performance in there. But exciting times ahead for this team, I think. They've shown they've got a deep enough map pool. They're competitive on quite a few maps and can definitely beat anybody in this group. And well, that's it for map number 1, or series number 1. We've got a second series coming up in Group C right after the break. We're going to go for a little bit, a small break actually, and we'll be right back with the rest of the action. So don't go anywhere. The CS continues here at the Hellcase Calpit.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.